Hey guys, welcome to Gadgets 360. My name is Pranay and in this video I'm going to be telling you about Flipkart's Big Billion Days sale and the best deals during this sale. There are a lot of exciting deals here. Some of the prices are simply unbelievable, but the deals, even though they may be good, they're only as good as the availability, right? So in case stocks are limited, you're not able to get something, then there's no point in having these discounts. So be aware the stocks will be limited. You may or may not be able to get the best deals out there, but that's why we highlighted multiple of these so that in case you're not able to get one, you can get another product which is also on sale. Lots of good products going on sale, so be sure to wishlist everything. Add it to your wishlist. It's that heart icon next to the product's picture on Flipkart, and save your credit and debit cards on Flipkart just so that the checkout process is quite fast and you're able to get the products you need. Now, those were some of the important warnings I had to give before telling you about the best deals. Now, before we start this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified when we publish new videos. And as always, if you like our work, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and share this video with your friends. Okay, so let's get this video started with some Apple deals. First, let's talk about the iPhone 11 Pro, last year's flagship Apple device, which was at 1 lakh plus at one point, is now available at 80,000 rupees during the Big Billion Days sale. If you can get it at this price, I don't think you're going to regret it because the pricing is pretty good right now. This model is officially discontinued as far as I'm aware. So whatever limited stocks were there, I think those are going on sale right now. But these will be replaced by the 12 series. So in case you're interested in a newer iPhone, the iPhone 12 will also be at the same price. The 12 Pro is at 1,20,000 rupees. So if you keep all those things in mind, if you want an iPhone with a triple rear camera setup, also a pretty powerful processor, and something that's going to be supported for the next few years, then the 11 Pro could be a good choice for you. Just be aware that the price I'm telling you about, 80,000 rupees, is for the base variant with 64 GB of storage. For higher variants, the price is likely to be higher. Now let's move on and talk about another Apple deal, which is the iPhone SE 2020. Now the iPhone SE 2020 was launched this year in 2020 as the name suggests, and it has the A13 Bionic processor, which is last year's flagship Apple processor. Now with that smartphone, you do get a smaller display, very thick bezels, 4.7 inches the screen size. It basically looks like an iPhone 7 and an iPhone 8, and also the battery life may not be as good as you want it to be. But when it launched in our review, we had said that at 42,500 rupees, it looks like you're not getting the best of Apple and you probably would want to wait for a price cut. Well, your time has come. At 26,000 rupees during this sale, I don't think you are going to get a better deal than that on an iPhone. I think it's a phenomenal deal. In case you're looking for an affordable iPhone, then this is your time to shine. Now, be aware that with this model, the battery life may not be exemplary. It's not as good as what you see on the iPhone XR or the iPhone 11. But at the same time, you get an iPhone with a very powerful processor, pretty decent cameras, and at that price, I don't think you really should complain. What I've been seeing is online, you're getting the iPhone 7 at around 25,000 these days, and well, at 26,000 for the iPhone SE, if you're able to get it, it's a super deal. Now let's move on and talk about the iPhone XR, which is also going on sale during the Big Billion Days sale. Now, that device is 2 years old at this point, and I think some things may not appeal to a lot of people. Like, it has a single rear camera setup and also it has an LCD display, but you're paying 37,999 for the 64 GB variant, which I think is a pretty good price. The only problem that I have with this deal is not that the processor is weak or the phone is old or anything. I think those things are perfectly alright. Even in this day and age, the iPhone XR performs very well and the camera is also pretty good. I'm not very unhappy with that. My only concern is that at 10,000 rupees more or so, about 47 to 50,000 rupees, you'll be able to get the iPhone 11 in one of these sales that are going on right now. So it's up to you to consider whether you want to buy the iPhone XR or just spend a little bit more and get a 1 year newer iPhone, which has better battery life, has a dual rear camera setup and night mode support, which really makes a world of a difference in case you're taking low light photos. So you guys can make that call. But if you ask me, at 38,000 rupees, is the iPhone XR a good deal? I'm going to go ahead and say yes, it is. Now let's move on and talk about some Samsung smartphones. Now, the first one to highlight is the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. The Note 10 Plus is last year's Samsung Galaxy Note series flagship. Now you guys know everything there is to know about the Galaxy Note series. You can check out a full review in case you are in any doubt about whether this can perform or not. But just to sum it up, It does come with a stylus built in, and the productivity oriented features of this device are really good. A lot of people are big fans of Samsung's Note series, and for all of those people, this deal at 55,000 rupees is excellent. I think the pricing is really good. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is that the Galaxy Note 10 Plus did perform very well in our camera tests as well. It's one underrated aspect of this device, simply because when we say Note, we talk about productivity. We don't really talk about cameras as much, but you can go check out our full review where we've told you that the camera performance is exemplary even in low light. So that's another thing to keep in mind in case you're going for this. If you buy this phone at this price, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Now let's move on and talk about another Samsung smartphone, which is the Galaxy S20 Plus. Now, the S20 Plus is a Samsung flagship from this year, and during the Flipkart sale is going to be available at 50,000 rupees, which is much less than its launch price. So I'm quite surprised to see this phone at this price. I will not be surprised if the stocks basically go out within a minute after this deal appears on Flipkart. But at the same time, because the pricing is so good, I'm going to have to go out there and say that it's excellent value. In case you're looking for a smartphone, a flagship from this year from Samsung, I don't think you're going to get a better value proposition than that. The S20 Plus performs very well. In our tests, we faced absolutely no issues with it. Even the camera performance is exemplary. And at 50,000 rupees, once again, that value is very hard to beat. So these were the best deals from Apple and Samsung in terms of smartphones. Now let's move on and talk about other things. And by that I mean, let's talk about smartwatches. Now, Apple Watch Series 3 is one smartwatch that's going to be available at a really good price. Now, the Apple Watch Series 3 has two variants, 38mm and 42mm, and they're going to be available during the Flipkart sale at 16,000 and 18,000 rupees, which in my opinion is excellent value. In case you have an iPhone, the Apple Watch does not work with any other device. It only works with an iPhone. In case you have one of those, then you should definitely consider getting this if you're looking for a smartwatch. The Apple Watch Series 3 excels at fitness related features. So for example, if you want to track your workouts, let's say you go to the gym, you go out running, you do swimming or cycling, any of these things, or even if you're into dancing, all of these things can be tracked pretty well. The heart rate sensor is really good. It is a swim proof device. But I'm going to tell you guys, please don't get the 38mm variant. Try and get the 42 because the battery life is much better than the 42 variant, and that's the one I would recommend. At 18,000 rupees, I think the deal is really good. I don't think you're going to get a better smartwatch for iPhone, period, especially in that price range. So some of you may be thinking, should I go for the Apple Watch SE? But that's at 30,000 rupees and this one is at 16 and 18. So I really think that the value is good. The Series 3 is still a pretty good smartwatch, even if the design may be a little bit dated. But personally, if you ask me, should you go for it? I would say yes, definitely. Now's the time to talk about some other smartphone deals. So the LG G8X is the one I want to highlight. First, this is a dual screen device, which is kind of unique. And if you want one of these at a really affordable price point, well, at 19,999, I don't think there's any question about whether the deal is good or not. It's a pretty good deal. Now, why I will say this, that if you want a unique looking device, if you want to brag to your friends that you have a unique smartphone and you want to get it at an affordable price point, this is your chance. But if you're saying that maybe I want the best possible price to performance and I want a regular looking smartphone at under 20,000 rupees, then this may not be for you. There are other smartphones that may fit the bill. Now let's move on and talk about a really affordable smartphone which is also on sale during this Flipkart Big Billion Days sale, which is the Realme C11. Now, the Realme C11, when we reviewed it, we were fairly pleased with the performance. We just said that it's a bit confusing to see so many Realme smartphones that are on sale. So I think at that time we had the Realme C3 and the Realme C11 sort of overlapping each other in terms of different variants and other stuff, causing a little bit of confusion. Now during the Flipkart sale, the pricing is going to be pretty good. 6,499 rupees for the Realme C11 with the MediaTek Helio G35 processor. I think that's a great price, and I think if you're looking for a really affordable budget phone, this could fit the bill for you. Just a few more deals to highlight. I'm going to run through them really quickly. The Poco M2 Pro is the first one I want to highlight. 12,999 is the price, which is a small discount, yes, but it's still a discount, and I think this smartphone is pretty much a really good value at that price point. The Poco M2 Pro, you guys may be remembering, is pretty much a clone of the Redmi Note 9 Pro, and it comes with a 33-watt charger in the box. That's the main difference between the two devices. In the Redmi Note 9 Pro, I think the in-box charger is of a little lower wattage. So the Poco M2 Pro performs pretty well, and in this price segment, I think it is a really good option. With this sale, with the discount that is going on, I think it's a good deal. I really think that if you're looking for a budget phone under 15K during this sale, I think this is a really good choice, even if it may be a copy of the Redmi Note 9 Pro. Ultimately, the point is that you should get a good value for money device or something that works really well, and the Poco M2 Pro has proved itself in our testing. Now let's move on and talk about some non-phone products. Now we'll begin this list by talking about another Xiaomi product. which is the Mi TV stick. Now, if you have a TV and you want to convert it to a smart TV, you can plug in the Mi TV stick in the HDMI port and you can basically access the internet, access all OTT apps such as Netflix, Hotstar, Amazon Prime and other stuff. And mainly, it will also be useful for those people whose smart TVs are not really working that well. Let's say you have a smart TV, it's lagging a bit by now, it hasn't gotten software updates, it's a pretty old model and you're not particularly happy with the performance, then this is a very affordable way to make it a smart TV, a functional smart TV once again. So 1,999 is the sale price and that's pretty good in my opinion. Again, I don't expect units to be available in large quantities. So in case you want this deal, I guess at midnight you should probably just jump on it on Flipkart. And one last thing I want to say about this device is that the original price was around 2,800 rupees or so, which makes this a really, really good deal. Now, finally, I want to talk about two Apple products. The first one I will highlight here is the Apple HomePod. Now, you can see one behind me. I've been using a HomePod for about 2 years now, and I can safely say that at the deal price of 16,000 rupees, it's a really, really good option only if you are in the Apple ecosystem. Now, let's say you have a MacBook or an iPad or an iPhone and you want a nice little speaker in your house, there is a Wi-Fi connection in your house as well, then the HomePod will work quite well. Now this is a Siri powered smart speaker. It's something that is a smart speaker in name, but Siri's performance is not really that good. So I wouldn't recommend it to be used as a smart speaker per se. But if you want a good sounding speaker, an AirPlay speaker for your Apple ecosystem to enhance that, then this is a really good option. So I'll tell you who it is for. If you have an Apple TV in the house, the Apple streaming device, then this would be a really nice speaker for that. It works beautifully with that. If you have an iPhone, you just listen to music and you want to maybe send songs and other stuff while watching movies on your MacBook, you want to enhance the sound a lot, this does a really good job. Finally, if you just need a speaker that plays music in the background, you can ask Siri to play music, especially if you have an Apple Music subscription. I think that's when it really shines. So it's for a very niche audience, but for that audience, it does the job very well. But for the majority of people, this will not do a job. Like, this is an AirPlay exclusive speaker. There is no aux input. There is no Bluetooth connectivity. So if you have a PlayStation 4, for example, connecting it to a HomePod is going to be next to impossible. So you need to keep that in mind before buying this. If you fit in that niche where this product belongs, then it's a very good addition to your household. But for most people, this is not the product to buy. But the deal was good, so I thought I'd highlight it. Now let's move on and talk about the AirPods Pro, which is the final deal in this video. The AirPods Pro, in my opinion, is the best truly wireless earphone you can get right now, simply because the noise cancellation is really good. Now I know our audio expert Ali may not agree with me, but personally I feel that this gives you the best of both worlds. It gives you pretty decent sound quality. It also gives you very good noise cancellation. And in that form factor, I think it's a really good deal, especially now at 25,000 rupees, which is the original price. I would not say that everybody should buy it, but at 18,000 rupees, it becomes much more affordable. 18,000 rupees is the normal MRP for the normal AirPods with the wireless charging case. So at 18K for the AirPods Pro, I think it's a sweet deal. If you can afford it, well, I think you should go for it. This product does work with Android smartphones as well, but it works best with Apple products. So in case you have an iPhone, iPad, Mac, you want a nice pair of truly wireless earphones with noise cancellation, the AirPods Pro is a pretty good deal. You can check out our review for more details. Alright, so that wraps up this video. Be sure to subscribe to our channel in case you haven't already. If you're having any particular deal in mind that I have not highlighted here, you can let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to so that other people who are reading the comments can benefit from your knowledge. And finally, if you want to know more things about tech, you want to check out more deals, we have a live updating page on gadgets360.com. Just go to the website, you will find that deal on the homepage. So you can just go through all the deals that are mentioned in the article and you will probably find something that's much more updated than this video, because the article is something that we can keep updating regularly, which is not really possible with the video. So thanks a lot for watching, and as I said before, go to gadgets360.com for more deals.